What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel, and welcome to a brand new series on the channel on Forza Horizon 5. It's weird starting a whole new series on the channel because it happens not very often, but this is a whole new series where I get to test out all the crazy, ridiculous cars that there are in this game. All the OP cars, I guess you can call them, or all the meta cars that you can call them. So pretty much anything that is just so good that a lot of the other cars cannot compete against. And in the first episode, or the first video, we're going to be taking a look at this car right here, which is the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento Forza Edition. Now this is the best handling car in this game. There's no car quite like it. There are cars that get close, but there's no car quite like this. You can build this thing to the top of, well, you can build this thing to X class, as you can see, but as you'll be able to notice when you start building one of these on your own, is that it gets to X class very, very quickly. And you're just continuing to add parts on top of that. So this should be much higher than 999. It should be like 1000 and like 100 in class or whatever, if that makes sense. Like an extra 100 on top of 999. It's a really, really good car. Like I said, it's the best handling car in the game. And there's no car quite like it. It's all-wheel drive. It's got 1000 horsepower if you build it properly. Let me have a quick look as well what this one has on. 1100 horsepower, almost 1200. Lots of torque as well, and only weighs 909 kilos. So again, like I said, it is the best handling car in this game. And in today's video, I'm going to take a look at it. I'm going to drive it. I'm going to show off how good this is. Now, this was inspired by a video that I made the other day, where basically I was taking a look at the Mercedes X-Class, which was a car that was introduced in the game ages ago, but I got it in a wheel spin video, and I decided to use it and show you guys how good it actually is. Even if it wasn't like fully built or anything like that, I only got like a little bit of money to play around with it. And yeah, it turned out to be a stupidly good car, even just with a very slight upgrade to, I guess, the original parts on it. So that's why I wanted to make this video. I've had some people saying, you know, I should build that car to its potential because it looks like it's going to be a very OP car, stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to start a whole series where I showcase and I show off pretty much every single OP car in this game, every single meta car in this game for anything specifically, like just cross-country events, like the Mercedes X-Class, to things that can handle a lot of tracks or a lot of events and stuff like that. Like this guy can, the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. So, like I said, I want to drive this thing and I will show it off. I want to see what it's like. I think I also want to try to see if I can improve my time on the Golden Toge with this thing. Because this is a car that I've taken around the Golden Toge a long time ago. The Golden Toge, which is here, as you can see. But yeah, it's a very technical track, very quick to go around corners. So this should be perfect for the track, right? So let's try and see if I can beat my time that I got a long time ago with this thing, and try to do better. But again, like I said, it's a stupidly fast car, and I want to show it off. Again, this is mostly used for like speed zones, specific speed zones. You know, a bunch of different types of events and races in X-Class as well. But a lot of the time, especially with really long events, you'll end up using something like a power build, which I'll get to in a different video. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about this thing. So, sim steering on with this car, I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of trouble, like just sort of driving it in general, because like I said, it's got so much power, but it's also, the brakes are very good. I don't know whose tune exactly I'm using right now. I think it's Don Juan Song's old tune that he made way back in the day. The more you get this thing, it's like an F1 car, the more you get this thing up the speed. See, when it's slower in the corners, it kind of starts to slide, but once you get this thing up to speed, oh my god, it's like an F1 car, which is what I was about to say before I interrupted myself. Oh my god, bro, this is like insane to drive. The faster you go, the more your aero plays in, and it gives you even more grip, and you go so fast around corners. It's very twitchy. Like, it's just on another level. We've driven a car recently which was like the ultimate, which I think I made it to be the fastest SU car in the game. Is it the fastest car in the game? I think it might have been the fastest car. I think it was the fastest car in the Golden Toge, so I beat this, which is the original time. I think I'm gonna have to update the time on there, because this is faster than the ultimate. It has to be faster than the ultimate. It is the best car in the game, like I said. when it comes to handling and stuff like that, but it's just such a handful to drive. It takes you a little bit to actually get used to driving this thing. So that's what's gonna happen. So let me try and get a good run here. As you can see, I've crashed and I've fallen off already. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do a good run with it so you guys can see what it's like to drive. That's just stupid, bro. That is just stupid. How bad was my time the very first time that I've tried to go around the Golden Tollgate that I couldn't do this? I think I'm just such a better driver now. The Golden Tollgate time that I got before with the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento was a 355.9, right? And I bet it with the KTM Expo. Sorry, it wasn't the Ultima or the Radical, whatever I said before. It was the KTM Expo, which I got a 351. How bad was my driving that first time that I've done a run with this thing? Because I did a 355.9. How bad was it? It was terrible. So this is how much faster. It's 30 seconds faster than the fastest time on the Golden Tollgate on this track. 30 seconds. Do you guys understand? Do you guys understand how much faster this car actually is? It's ridiculous. It is a ridiculous car. I wanted to bring up the Golden Tollgate times on this track. Usually, I only take out subscribers' tunes on this track. Basically, tunes that people end up sending me. But my God, like, even my driving wasn't that good in that run. And it's weird to say that, because that was my very first run that I didn't actually, like, smash into a wall fully. A few scratches here and there is perfectly fine, but I didn't smash into anything. And it's just, you can see how insane this car actually is. It's weird though. It's weird because this car was still always at the very, very top of the leaderboard for the Golden Toge. And then obviously we had some of the cars in that list that were just like slower than it, you know. And I thought that was a good time that I go with Sesto Elemento, you know. It was the fastest time on the track. Yeah, nah, it's just not. It just isn't. This thing is ridiculous. Or maybe I didn't take this car out, but surely I did, right? Surely this is the car that I took out. I don't know if this is the exact tune that I have on, but it's literally on rails. And like I said, the faster you go, the more grip you have on the corners, but you also still have to slow down because there are areas where you have to like kind of slow down. But like I said, even this run that I've done right here isn't really perfect. There's so many areas where I could improve. It's difficult to get really, really close to walls because the steering is so like twitchy, like the tiniest bit of movement pulls you and darts you into the corner. It's super grippy, right? So don't get me wrong, it's not built to dart you into the corner and then obviously like oversteer, but it's super, super grippy. So it's just the way the car is. So yes, I could have gotten closer to the walls. Yes, I could have gone a little bit quicker maybe for some of the corners. Maybe braked a little earlier for some other ones, like that one for example. And yeah, the time could definitely still be better than what I've done here, but I mean it's so fast that the time would probably improve by maybe like a second or max like 2 seconds. Whereas sometimes that I take sometimes actual times, like some actual times that I get on this track with some people's tunes, I feel like I only do like a couple of runs, basically the 2 runs, one of them where I sort of test out the car to see what it's like on the track, and then another one to like go full balls to the wall as fast as I possibly can. Whereas this one, it's so difficult to do a lap in general without you crashing into a wall. Like, as soon as you crash into a wall, it's over, right? If you hit one of the pixels in the wall, it stops you dead in your tracks and it's over. Like, you just lose all momentum. So, you have to restart all over again. There's no rewinds or anything like that. So, that's what I'm saying. Like, with this car, especially doing this sort of speed, it's much more likely that you'll end up crashing into something. But I've done one whole lap, which I thought was pretty decent. But that's crazy. It is crazy how fast this thing actually is. I want to try and take this thing out on a hill climb event as well. Or sorry, not a hill climb. There's a track that I have as well that someone has sent me. And I want to try to see what sort of time I can get on that track and what it's like to drive on it. Because I've driven so far only like kind of slower-ish vehicles. But yeah, someone has created a track and they sent it over to me ages ago for me to try. And I actually really like the track. I test out some of the cars there for, sometimes. So I feel like this would have been perfect to take out on that track. But I wanted to kind of see if I can improve my time on the Golden Toge with this thing, because like I said, I'm just a much better driver than I was the very first time. Like when I very first like initially started playing on the Golden Toge, I'm just a much better driver. So there it is, a 3 minute and what was it, 27, 3:27.268. That's just stupid, man. That is crazy how fast this thing actually is around the circuit like that. All right, cool. Let's take it out on the track that I was talking about. Also, I love driving in first person. For people that were wondering why am I playing in first person, why cockpit view, on the Golden Toge, I like driving it in that perspective. This is what the track is called. It's called Pinewood Hills Raceway. It's very, very good. You guys can try and get it yourselves and play on it. But I have featured it in multiple videos in the past, so if I didn't show you the share code there, just either search in Pinewood Raceway or just find the video that I made and get the share code there. But yeah, it's basically a racetrack, and I love taking cars out here to try and test them out. But like I said, I haven't taken anything like this out on this track before. Like it's been mostly slower cars, but this feels like a completely different beast, obviously. And especially after you don't drive one of these things for a very long time. Like, even the brakes are immense on it. When you don't drive one of these things for a long, long time, and then you come back and you drive it. Just going flat out there. It just makes me laugh. What about here? The brakes, man. The brakes are so good. This track forces you to slow down a lot. Whereas this car kind of likes to go fast around corners. I don't really know what sort of time I should be looking out for here. It's a little slippery on the surface. Feels a little more slippery than it was on just a regular concrete that we have on, you know, the regular map. But I don't think you can... Oh my god. Okay, well, it literally just straight up pulled me off to the right. As soon as I clipped a little bit of the dirt there, so try not to do that for the next time. Oh my god. I know I'm crashing into walls right now, but I'm trying to push this thing as hard as I possibly can just to see where its limit is. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what sort of time I should be looking out for this track. Oh my god. Alright. And... Break. I think the tires need a bit of heat in them, actually. It's not as bad this time around. Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Yeah, they're not nearly as bad as the first lap. Which is kind of cool to see that that is a thing that's implemented in this game. Because I'm pretty sure that works the same way in this game. It definitely works on drag tires. Drag tires, if you heat them up, you get a lot better grip. Especially when you're like launching cars and stuff like that. If you're doing like drag builds and something like that. Once you get a little bit of heat in them, they're actually so good. They're much better than obviously if you just do a run without having any sort of heat in the tires. So maybe it's the same way here. What are we looking at here? Oh my god. They're 120 degrees. Bro, what? 140 degrees. The hell? Okay, Jesus Christ. That's really hot. Okay, I didn't expect that at all. Jesus. Right. Well, there you go. That's what this is like on the track as well. I'm gonna end the video here because I've had enough of driving this thing. It's too much for my brain to input. How do you get this car, you might ask? Auction house, most likely. You can get it on the, like, through the wheel spins as well. It's not a very rare car. I don't know if the regular Sesto Elemento is the same as this thing, but the Forza edition is the one that I've always seen or I've always heard being the best. And that's the same one that I see on leaderboards and stuff like that. So it's definitely one of those. It's definitely one of these. Sorry, not one of those. It's definitely one of these guys that's the better one. I don't think it's the regular Sesto Elemento. Okay, let's try to do a one run where I don't crash into anything like an idiot, and I immediately crashed into something. Try to put the power down smoothly without flooring it, and trying to do a nice long line, but like as soon as I start steering with this thing, yeah, cool, yeah, whatever, yeah, we're done with that one. Oh, I suck, bro. I suck. Alright, anyway. I think I'm all Sesto Elemento'd out. That's why. Well, that's it for the Sesto Elemento. That's, this is one of the best cars in the game, obviously. And, this is the start, like I said, of the series, where I get to test out some OP cars. And this is definitely one of the daddies, one of the big daddies of them all. So yeah, if you have any suggestions for a future video, for what sort of car I should feature as an OP car, definitely let me know down in the comments below, and I'm down to try it out. I will definitely bring back the Mercedes X-Class that I've had in the previous video, where people have told me to try and max it out. Since it's so OP, just try max it out and see what it's like, and use it, which I probably will end up doing in it. Well, not probably. I'll definitely end up doing in a video. I'll revisit the video or the car in a different video, but for now, I wanted to start off with this thing, and we'll get to that eventually. But yeah. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this new series. And yeah, let me know what you think of it. Would you like to see more? Of course, show your support by liking the video and commenting and subscribing and all that sort of stuff if you're not already subscribed. But yeah, let me try to do this run real quick here. I don't think I'm going to be anywhere near what my PB was. I don't even know what car I used initially for this thing. 133. Yeah, I don't think that's even close. Yeah, I'm like 150. Alright, I'm gonna leave it alone. Thank you for watching, everyone. and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.